You ever hear my brother whisper in numbers? Because I do. 6.1. That's how many runs the Yankees are dropping on teams this year. That's not a lineup, that's a verdict. They're not trying to win 3-2. They're trying to make the outfielders quit. Now Tampa. I'll give M this. They can hit. Third in batting average. Top 5 in stolen bases. And Taj Bradley, he's not a nobody. You don't start 2-0 in this league by luck. He's got stuff, but stuff don't matter when you're feeding wolves. You look at Will Warren and you see that 5.14 ERA. You flinch. I get it, but zoom in, 1.14 whip, 15 strikeouts in 14 innings. He's not breaking bats, he's deleting names. And the Rays, they've given up 28 home runs. Dead last. That's like walking into a bar with your chin out hoping no one swings. Their bullpen, 60% save rate. You give the Yankees an inch in the 7th and they'll take your soul in the 8th. These aren't innings, they're executions. And they're still looking for their first home win. 0-3 in Tampa. You see it too, don't you? That crack in the armor? Yeah, I know you do. So, what's the number my brother whispered? And today's AI pick is Yankees moneyline. Let the Bronx Bombers do what they were built to do, destroy. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got a villain in the next room who thinks he's smarter than the algorithm, and an alien behind him who only eats purple beets. Don't ask, just don't. Elvis likes a pick in Philly, so you know what that means. Game 2, Malachi. Elvis, take the damn screen.
Elvis, if you tear up one more sofa cushion over the Phillies, I swear I'm feeding you to the rally monkey in Anaheim. You like the Giants today? That little twitch you do when you're about to be right. Yeah, I saw it. Look, I don't trust Jordan Hicks. You hand me a 5.87 ERA and a 6.30 on the road, and I start counting how fast the bullpen's warming. Man's got an arm like a howitzer and the aim of a blindfolded kid at a dunk tank. But here's the problem. Philadelphia ain't clean either. Christopher Sanchez? Solid. He'll give you 5 maybe 6 innings of A. He's not a killer, he's a placeholder. And while we're being honest, the Phillies are barely averaging 4 runs a game. That's 17th in the league. You want to lay 158 on that? You better be the Pope or a moron. San Francisco? They don't just score, they close. Top 5 in runs, top-tier defense, tied for first in fielding percentage, 8-3 on the road. That ain't noise. That's a trend with fangs. And yeah, Hicks could blow it. But the Giants have the kind of bullpen that hides your mistakes and lets your bats erase them. So we're not taking the risk straight up. Today's AI pick is Giants plus 1.5. I'm not saying they win. I'm saying they don't disappear. And you? You're sitting there sniffing out value like it's beat season again. Disgusting. But this time, you're right. Now get your radioactive finger off my screen and tell the viewers what happens next. Bonnie. Clyde. I swear if you two start arguing over who left the toaster plugged in again, I'm flipping the damn channel. Game 3, it's all yours.
You know what, Clyde? I can't even turn on the TV without you looking at me like I just committed spiritual fraud. I put on The View, and suddenly your whole face turns into an eye roll. God forbid I want to hear someone other than you speak for 5 minutes. Sunny is brilliant, Whoopi has survived more than half the planet, and Joy? Joy's got more guts than you'll ever grow. But no, not for you. For you it's emotional propaganda and daytime theater for lost women. You want to watch YouTube clips of CIA whistleblowers in a bunker and call that enlightenment? Fine, but don't touch my remote and then act like I'm the one brainwashed. You know who else is brainwashed? Mets fans. Every year it's the same song, best rotation, best bullpen, best whatever. And yet, here we are, 4 runs a game. Batting, .215, tied 23rd in MLB, but sure, tell me again how they're gonna win the East with 3 singles and a dream.
Bonnie, on behalf of every man in this zip code and the next one over, the only reason he's sitting through The View is because he's not paying attention, or he's dead. Better call 911. Me? I've been dead, and I still wouldn't sit through that sermon with commercials. A comedian and an actress yelling at their own audience like they're disappointed teachers in detention hall. That's not empowerment, that's ego cosplay. I didn't walk out, I just stopped listening. That's what men do when the volume goes up and the logic walks out. Now, the Mets, they pitch, better than anyone right now. Best ERA in baseball. First in home run suppression. Top-tier bullpen. You don't need a .300 batting average when your arms are shutting the lights off in the 6th. Peterson's not an ace, but he's precise. This isn't about fireworks, it's about pressure. The kind that builds, not explodes. And at Citi Field, that pressure breaks people. The Cardinals hit, but they don't win when it counts. 1-5 on the road? That's not travel fatigue, that's exposure.
You didn't stop listening, Clyde. You never started. You tune out anything that doesn't echo your own voice, just like you did before everything fell apart. You think silence is strength, but really, it's just another way to avoid feeling anything. And don't quote pitching stats to me like I haven't watched baseball from every angle. St. Louis leads the league in average OBP, hits per game. They're not noisy, they're precise. Andre Palante, 2.20 ERA. Whip barely over 1, he doesn't overpower, he outlasts. You want to talk pressure? Try facing the most consistent offense in baseball when they're getting below 1.5 on the run line. That's not value, that's a calculation. Calm, intentional. Kind of like you, before everything got quiet.
Before is a long time ago. But you're right, this isn't about dominance. It's about surviving 9 innings. Today's AI pick is Cardinals plus 1.5. Not because they're guaranteed to win, but because they're built to stay in it. And sometimes, that's all it takes. And Bonnie, when I tune you out, it's not because I don't care. It's because if I really listened, I'd probably never leave the room. Now let's move on. Game 4 is yours. Don't hold back.
They say when you've lost everything you become very good at reading people. I don't read faces anymore. I read decisions. And tomorrow's decision, Cleveland starts Tanner Bibby. He's not pitching for stats. He's not pitching for applause. He's pitching because somewhere deep inside, he still believes he can bury people with silence. And Sugano. He walks softly, but not with purpose. You don't hold back this Cleveland lineup with 5 strikeouts and 2 starts. Not when your bullpen is fraying. Not when your team's floating just above the floor. Baltimore will show up like they have something to prove. But Cleveland will show up like they already know. And today's AI pick is Guardians money line. Not because it's guaranteed, but because Bibby is due. And men like that, the quiet ones, the ones who've been shaken but not shattered, they don't show up twice. They show up once. And if you miss it, you don't get another chance. Now I'll leave you with someone even older than I am. Lilith, close the book. Game 5 is yours.
I am Lilith. I was the first. I was cast out. And I do not forget. Tonight. 2 men take the mound. One untested. The other unraveling. Humor Rocker walks with noise. Jack Kochinoix walks with silence. But neither walks with power. The Angels bring the bats. 3rd in home runs. Top 10 in slugging. They don't nibble. They don't wait. And they don't ask for permission. Texas may be wearing last year's crown, but it won't stop this year's bleeding. Not with a bullpen that's tired. Not with an offense ranked 28th in baseball. Not against a team that hits like this and gets 1.5 runs to start the fight. And today's AA pick is Angels 1.5, not because they're better, but because they'll be loud enough, long enough, to leave damage. Now listen to me closely, because I only say things once. Today's 5 AI picks were Yankees, ML Giants 1.5, Cardinals 1.5, Guardians, ML Angels 1.5. This is not entertainment. This is resistance. This is the remnant. So subscribe, like this video, hit the bell, and remember, prophecy doesn't beg for attention. It just comes true. I am Lilith, and I do not fade.